فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
The highest mountain, my good deeds are very few, they're like a small pebble. I turn to you, my heart full of shame, my eyes full of tears. Bestow your forgiveness goodness and mercy upon me. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions and those who follow him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Merchants and Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in golden cellar and premium white, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Merchants and Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Merchants and Spice. Taste the East.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
Hearing to TBR every day has really inspired my whole life. You guys really rock.
From 6 to 8, that's the best 2 hours of our lives. Hats off to you guys. Thank you very much. You'll really brighten up our day.
I really enjoy listening to the Breakfast Rush with Nichal. My day wouldn't be the same without the Breakfast Rush. I love the TBR show.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
There are over 200 million orphans globally. We can't help all of them, but what if we each helped just one? The Al Imdad Foundation now gives you an opportunity to help just one orphan from Syria or Palestine. For just 500 Rand per month, you can help safeguard the dignity of an orphan by assisting them with basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter, medical care, and attention. Our orphan sponsorship program allows you to track the progress of your orphan through regular feedback. Make a difference in the life of an orphan today. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
In the time of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, there was a young child, and Umar radiallahu anhu loved this child's worship. He would be amazed by this child's worship. And this young man, he had an old father, and after Isha he would go home and he would attend to his father. On his way, there was a woman who was infatuated by this child. Every day when this young man would go past, she would try to seduce him. And every day he would read A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, and he would walk past. And one day she tried very hard, and she managed. And he began to follow her. And when he was about to enter the house, the ayah came upon his tongue. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَصَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ. He said, those who fear Allah and have taqwa, when shaitan tries to lure them, and shaitan comes with his plans and his plots, تَذَكَّرُوا, they remember Allah, they remember the hereafter, they remember the reward. فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ, and then they see aright. He began to recite this ayah, and he became unconscious. And the woman tried to bring him around, and she couldn't. And then she called a slave girl, and they dragged him to his house. And when his father opened the door, he saw his child unconscious, and he brought him inside, and he managed to bring him around. And he asked him, what happened to my son? And he said, nothing, my father. He asked him, oh my son, what happened? And he told him the story, and he asked him, what was the verse you recited? And the child recited the verse, and he began to recite again, and he became unconscious again. And then he tried to bring him around, and the child had passed away. And they buried him that very night. And Umar radiallahu anhu, the next morning, he saw that, where's this child? Because he would look out for him. And they told him that he had passed away. And Umar radiallahu anhu, he came to the father's house and he said, where's your son? He said, he's passed away. He said, why didn't you inform me? He said, Amir al-Mu'mineen, it was night. So we didn't bother. And Umar radiallahu anhu, he went to his grave. And he recited the ayah, وَلِمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّتَانِ. He said, Umar radiallahu anhu said, that person who fears standing in front of his Lord, Allah will give him 2 Jannahs. And the narrations mentioned, a voice came out from the grave. He said, oh Umar, I have received my 2 Jannahs twice over. I have received my 2 Jannahs twice over. Because this was a man who understood that he would stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He had the distractions around him, but he had fear and he had taqwa.
Sheikh Zahir Mahmood on your breakfast rush this morning as we get into TBR. That's almost 27 minutes after 6. Yes, we'll watch the clock for you and let you know where you're sitting on that timeline, so to speak. You got to get moving, you got to get up, you got to get going. You've got an examination that you need to be present for. You've got a report to work this morning, whatever it may be that you got to get going for. We'll try and get you there with a nice smile on your dial. Sheikh Zahir Mahmood, a youngster fears Allah, the title of this morning's Nasiha, saying Assalamu alaikum to each and every one of you, whether you're watching in, listening in this morning, wherever you are. I hope you're nice and tasty warm. Nazmeera Cassim, how are you doing this morning?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm gonna complain, I forgot my jacket.
Of all days.
Of all the days, right?
It had to be today.
It had to be today. It's one of those days where that little bite in the air just says to you, how's it, man? You're alive, you're living.
And I actually went back intentionally for one.
Right.
Just by hearing the sounds on the roof throughout the night.
Ah, there we go. So a little bit of a sleepless night for those folks that are afraid of the thunder, the lightning, or somebody that just enjoys the sound of the raindrops on the roof.
I think it helps you sleep better.
It does.
In normal circumstances. Last night was a little bit different, especially when you know there are people that don't have any shelter during this time. Under a tent if they're lucky.
This is a true story. So 27 after 6, 10 days we are into June of 2026.
And the 23rd of Zulhijjah 1447. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu.
So activists in South Africa are calling for the release of political prisoners in Tunisia. A life sentence plus 30 years was imposed on Sheikh Rashid Ghannouchi, who's 84 years old, on the 2nd of June 2026, an elected parliamentary leader and founder of the Ennahda Party, a major political movement in Tunisia. We'll discuss this matter a little bit later on because it's integral to your general knowledge, if nothing else. Buddy Govender coming through with sport in the program a little bit later on, and of course dipping into what kicks off not too long from now. Right, so we'll get into World Cup soccer talk, football talk, a little bit later on the program as well. As we get into your breakfast rush this morning, we do acknowledge your WhatsApp messages that have been coming through from very, very early this morning. And we'll go through some of those as well. Got you on YouTube, on TikTok, all of that this morning as well. So you're welcome to come through with your comments, with your thoughts on the topic as well. The topic, we'll talk about that in a bit. So we'll get you information as you go this morning. Inshallah, we'll let you know what's happening traffic-wise. And I'll tell you what, because you're on the roads and we're sitting inside of the studio, that means you got to be our eyes and ears on the roads this morning. So keep an eye on it. And if there's something that we should be telling everybody else about, then you send us a message on 060-904-1056. Again, that's 060-904-1056. Tell us what's happening, where it's happening, what direction you're traveling in, and we'll pass that information on to everybody else as well. It is 30 minutes after 6. Traffic on its way to you in just a moment. Got to go find out what's going on the roads for you. We do see a fair amount of messages coming through from you. Nothing traffic related, just all salams and good morning messages so far.
I hope that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That everyone's behaving, they're driving according to the speed limits, and most importantly, the lights are on.
Yeah, that's on. Yeah, check that out.
Nichal,
yeah.
Do you want me to bring you a goodri?
No.
MH. Then you'll sleep. We don't want that.
You're going to love the listeners on the Breakfast Rush. These guys are too cool. Honestly, do you want me to... Nah, it's cool, man. You just stay there in it. It's all right. We'll turn the air conditioner temperature up in the studio. Abu Bakr Khan, assalamu alaikum to you. He's wishing everybody a blessed day. Take it easy on the roads. Be safe wherever you are. He's on his way to Pietermaritzburg. So, yeah, Abu Bakr's going to keep an eye on the roads between Durban and Pietermaritzburg for us. Just make sure everything's just like flowing smoothly this morning.
Inshallah. Feroza says, salams, wishing my brother Zainul Abidin Janam Din Mubarak. May he be blessed with good health, wealth, prosperity, long life, and all of my du'as and love to him. So happy birthday, brother Zainul Abidin.
I hope you have a good one.
Ameen.
So, you know, on South Coast Road, right? There's this part of the road where water just sort of... It builds up.
Yeah.
It builds up. For some odd reason, the drainage does not work.
Maybe there's other things.
It does not work. So we get this video from Anwar where it kind of seems like people are training their taxis to be like little boats.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole lot of water standing on the road. South Coast Road. Please use alternative routes if you can. Thanks, Anwar, for letting us know about what's going on.
Send that video to the auntie in Johannesburg and maybe she'll take a flight to come help us.
Right? Which auntie in Joburg?
Helen.
Are she going to go swimming in South Coast? Nah, shame. It's cold down there now. So she's not swimming at the moment.
Can't be colder than Joburg.
No,
this
she's
might
not.
Be like room temperature for her.
Definitely. I've got a friend from Gauteng who's in Cape Town at the moment saying, wow, it's so brilliant down here. It's not cold.
And we're looking for our jackets. Hajra Habib says, the heaviest thing you can carry is a grudge.
Hey?
The heaviest thing you can carry is a grudge. And she's personalized it with TBR.
No, we don't carry grudges.
Yes.
We don't. No, we don't. Once upon a time, I heard Mufti Meng say the heaviest thing you can lift is a blanket for Fajr time, especially in the winter.
Yes, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's true. I think the grudge comes pretty close.
Oh, man. So, team's having a bit of difficulty getting hold of Superintendent Raouf this morning to get you your first look at traffic. Inshallah, I know that he was not feeling so well yesterday. Hopefully he's feeling much better this morning. And we'll try a little bit later on to get a hold of him for traffic.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Right here then, stationary vehicle. On the N3 southbound, after the ramp from Hilton Avenue, the left lane is closed, so you got to drive safely. Again, stationary vehicle N3 southbound, after the ramp from Hilton Avenue, left lane's closed, so you please drive to arrive alive. There's a taxi broken down on the left lane of the M4 before the off-ramp. Heading toward the Berea. So obviously that left lane is going to be obstructed and you've got to take it easy there. KZN, taxi broken down, left lane, M4 before the ramp that lets you go down toward the Berea. There's planned lane closures for Greenberry Drive in Phoenix. Motorists and residents are advised of a temporary closure of one lane of Greenberry Drive. This is the northbound direction due to major water pipeline construction work being undertaken by the eThekwini municipality. So you've got Greenberry Drive from the Phoenix depot to Rainham. Traffic changes. One northbound lane will be closed. Traffic flow will operate as a one-way system in certain sections. Heavy construction vehicles and deep excavations will be present. Expect significant delays and congestion in the area. This should last up until the 26th of June 2026, and motorists are urged to use alternative routes where possible. Allow for extra travel time, because you should, and exercise caution within the construction zones. The last thing we want to do is for you to try and park your car inside one of those deep excavations. Remember to follow all temporary road signage and instructions. So access to the Phoenix Depot, Power Station and Greenbury Secondary School will remain available from the Phoenix Highway route. And that for now is the traffic information that we can give to you. Again, you are our eyes and ears on the road. So if you see something, traffic light that's just not doing what it's supposed to be doing, whatever the case may be, pop us a message, 060-904-1056.
The weather update. It's raining, but I can read a book.
Right, mostly clear weather expected for Durban. I suppose the rain's gonna clear as we get through the morning. So 23-degree high at lunchtime for Durban today. Pietermaritzburg clear 22. Richards Bay partly cloudy 23. Margate mostly cloudy 23. Ladysmith today from 4 degrees up to a clear 19. Newcastle warmer than yesterday. 4 degrees start, 19-degree high at lunchtime. A partly cloudy day expected in Newcastle. Johannesburg from 5 up to a clear 18 degrees. And Cape Town today 9 up to a cloudy 18 at lunch. That, according to the weather app, is what we should be expecting weather-wise around South Africa. Ooh, Nichal, you're not wearing a jacket. Sure. That's Rashida. That's her message on WhatsApp. Yeah, I know, right? So I was a bit hurry this morning, trying to get out of the house. Rashida says to her children in Johannesburg, stay warm, drive safe. As you get into work. MH, stop forwarding videos. I do traffic from different channels for our community group. No, MH, what you do is you forward messages that people are seeing in other groups to one group and to another group and to another group, and that's how things go viral. So maybe we should send him like our podcast link. And then he can just make the podcast link just like go viral across everybody's groups.
Let's do it. Okay? Podcast, YouTube, social media pages, everything.
Yeah, the whole
all
thing.
In one message. Razia Kader says Assalamu alaikum to everybody, and Farida Ibrahim says Assalamu alaikum as well. What do you have here?
2 PhD students headed to elite China facility. Well, listen, congratulations.
Well done.
Yeah. There you go. We don't know who they are. But hey, listen, there's a wedding invitation. Zach, get a pen out. We're going to go for a wedding. Naz, Naz is going to read the wedding invitation exactly the way it's written. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Come on.
Okay, so Farag says that everybody, Dawit is invited to Mr. and Mrs. Biryani. Warmly
invitation. Wedding on top. It says wedding invitation.
Warmly invite you and your entire khandan to the mouth-watering wedding of their beloved grandson, Masala Rice.
Masala Rice.
Son of Jeera Rice and Ghee Tarka. Weds Keema Masala, daughter of Shish Kebab and Mint Raita. Date 7 June 2025, so this is finished.
Oh man, we missed it.
In the morning near Kaleja Function Hall, Paya Building, Beja Fry Road, opposite Charbi Theatre, Nali Mohalla Bakra Nagar. No gifts, only Mirchi Salan accepted.
Somebody took the time to work out all of that and put it into an actual design.
What's Tarka? Tarka.
You go, Google is your friend. I'm going to say the same thing I say to the ladies in that Urban Women recipe group.
Okay.
Google is your friend.
But I don't always trust the information.
You know, you see, they have the same problems.
It doesn't taste the same.
So Shinaz, I have no idea what you're talking about because she says, if you're reading and you're listening to Muslim radio channel, is it permissible? You see, the reason we can't answer that question, Shinaz, firstly, is because you sent it to Markaz Sahaba. Or you sent it to Radio Al Ansar for Markaz Sahaba. Now, Markaz Sahaba didn't get your message because you didn't send it to them. Now, that goes for because I'm looking at a whole host of messages here for Markaz Sahaba. You got to send it to them, guys. You have to send it to. That's the only way they're going to answer you, is if they actually get your message. So many people complain.
Yeah, don't answer our messages.
Sending it to the wrong number.
That's
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Discover elegance, comfort and modesty at Al-Ansar Shop. Browse our beautiful collection of abayas, scarves, hijabs, kurtas, jibbas and modest fashion for every occasion. From everyday wear to special events, we have styles to suit the entire family. Visit us today and experience quality, affordability and timeless modest fashion. Al-Ansar Shop. Modesty meets style.
Dreaming of becoming a chartered accountant? The journey starts here at Regent Business School. Our Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting degree is now officially endorsed by SAICA, the South African Institute for Chartered Accountants. With this prestigious qualification, you'll be on track to enroll in the SAICA-endorsed postgraduate diploma in accounting, take the board exams, and earn the elite title of Chartered Accountant, CASA. Visit regent.ac.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmeera Cassim and Nichal Sarawan.
Ya Nabi, Ya Nabi, Sallu alayhi وغالگی تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا جی بسم اللہ تو کجا من کجا پڑھ سکتے میرے کجا من کجا من کجا تو امیر حرم میں فقیر حجم تو امیر حرم میں فقیر حجم تیرے گن اور یہ لب میں طلب ہی طلب تیرے گن اور یہ لب میں طلب ہی طلب تو عطا ہی عطا تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا الہام ہے جامع تیرا الہام ہے تیرا قرآن امام ہے تیرا قرآن امام ہے تیرا ممبر تیرا عرش بری ممبر تیرا عرش بری یا رحمت للعالمین تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا تو کجا من کجا تو حقیقت ہے میں صرف احساس ہوں تو حقیقت ہے میں صرف احساس ہوں समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हूँ समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हूँ मेरा घर खाक पर और तेरी राह गुजर मेरा घर खाक पर और तेरी राह गुजर सिदरातुल मुंतहा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा खैरुल बशर रुतबा तेरा खैरुल बशर रुतबा तेरा आवाज़ हक खुतबा तेरा आवाज़ हक खुतबा तेरा आफाक तेरे सामाई आफाक तेरे सामाई साई से जिब्री ले अमी साई से जिब्री ले अमी या रहमतुल लिल आलमीन तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू है घेरा में अनवार बांधे हुए तू है घेरा में अनवार बांधे हुए मैं दुरूदों की दस्तार बांधे हुए मैं दुरूदों की दस्तार बांधे हुए काबाए इश्क तू मैं तेरे चारसू काबाए इश्क तू मैं तेरे चारसू तू असर में दुआ तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा रसूल अल्लाह तू कुजा मन डगमगाऊं जो हालात के सामने डगमगाऊं जो हालात के सामने आए तेरा तस्वुर मुझे थाम ले आए तेरा तस्वुर मुझे थाम ले काबाए इश्क तू मैं तेरे चारसू काबाए इश्क तू मैं तेरे चारसू असर में दुआ तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा
Rafaqat Ali Khan. To Kuja Man Kuja. 12 minutes and counting to 7 on this 10th day of June. And in your headlining news for today.
The former Minister of Safety and Security, Charles Nakula, has made a startling prediction that President Cyril Ramaphosa will be arrested within months over the Phala Phala scandal, a case he says has produced overwhelming evidence that the National Prosecuting Authority cannot sit on indefinitely. Speaking on the African Renaissance Network in an interview with Dr. Ndlozi, the veteran ANC stalwart and former cabinet minister, he did not mince his words, drawing on decades of experience at the intersection of politics and law enforcement to deliver what amounts to his starkest public assessment of Ramaphosa's legal exposure to date. At the heart of Nkakula's argument is the sheer weight of alleged illegality documented in connection with the Palapala saga, the 2020 theft at Ramaphosa's Limpopo game farm, in which a large sum of undisclosed foreign currency hidden in a sofa was stolen, and the subsequent alleged cover-up.
10 to 7. That's the time now if you need to set your clock. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has claimed attacks on U.S. military bases in Bahrain and Jordan in retaliation for U.S. strikes on ports and islands in the Strait of Hormuz. In a statement carried by state media today, the IRGC said it launched a drone attack on the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain and a long-range missile strike on a base in Jordan. Kuwait, which hosts U.S. troops, said it was also under attack and its air defenses intercepting hostile aerial targets.
Back home, a 27-year-old Limpopo woman briefly appeared in court on charges of allegedly murdering her 2 young children after reportedly administering a poisonous substance to them at their family home. Sipungu made a brief appearance before the local magistrate's court, where she has been charged with 2 counts of murder following the deaths of her children aged 6 and 9. According to the National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson Malabi, the alleged incident occurred on June 1st, 2026 at the Madabani village in the Limpopo province.
So as we get through this morning, and every morning we come up with these stories that we want you to interact on. Now, today, I want to ask a difficult but important question. Is loyalty to employers dead? That's the question. Is loyalty to employers dead? Now, this question comes from a heartbreaking story involving a young woman who worked for a car tracking company. According to reports, she informed her employers that she is not feeling well and requested a day off. That request was allegedly denied. It has also emerged that she had submitted medical certificates, but those too were allegedly ignored, and she was reportedly issued with a warning. Tragically, on the very day she had asked to be excused from work, she collapsed at her workplace and passed away. Now, before we go any further, it's important to remember that investigations may still be ongoing and all sides deserve a fair hearing. But this story has sparked a wider conversation about the relationships between employer and employee. Many workers say they're expected to be loyal to their companies, to go the extra mile, to work the overtime, to sacrifice family time, and always be available when needed. Yet some feel that when they need understanding, compassion, or support, that loyalty is not always returned. Others argue that businesses also face pressures and that managers have to make difficult decisions every day, often balancing operational needs with employee welfare. So, let's talk about it. Do you think loyalty between employer and employee still exists, or has it disappeared? Have you ever felt that your employer genuinely cared about your well-being? Have you ever been pressured to come to work when you were sick? Do companies expect too much loyalty from employees while offering too little in return? Share your experience with us. Is loyalty in the workplace still alive, or has it become a one-sided expectation? 060-904-1056. We want to hear from you this morning. Your thoughts on the relationship, loyalty between employer and employee, does it still exist? Or is it something that's like completely disappeared? 060-9041-1056. You can send us a WhatsApp message. Alternatively, if you're watching on TikTok right now, hey, hit it in the comments, or YouTube. Put it in the comments, right there in the comment section. Go for it. We're TikTok live, YouTube live, live inside your radio, in your stream, wherever you are. Do you think loyalty between employers and employees still exists? Or has it completely disappeared?
Deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very deep conversation.
That's
if you
only Wednesday.
want,
Yeah.
we'll keep your comments anonymous. Just mention it at the top. First.
First, don't say my name.
Not at the end.
Keep it anonymous.
You know how to spell that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. N-O-N, mus.
Where's the A?
There isn't one. I saw. Anyway, do that.
Talking Afrikaans.
Yeah, exactly. It is 5 minutes some change to go to 7 this morning. Got your news bulletin coming up at 7. Inshallah, we'll do that for you in a little bit. Ibrahim and something called Jannah on the playlist for now.
To you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The Breakfast Rush. It's the people's choice.
At Radio Al Ansar, we value your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please send it in writing to the head of the Complaints Committee. Be sure to include your full name, contact details, a clear explanation of the complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or visit our administrative office at 207 West Road, Overport, Durban. Your voice matters to us.
Everything's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081-207-8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Under the stars, I raise my hands in prayer. Tears falling, carrying my despair. Your memories linger, they fill my heart with grace. In every shadow, in every vacant place. Oh Allah, grant me strength to mend. I hope the angels look over you, my friend. Inshallah, we'll meet again in Jannah, where there's no end. Your smile and laughter echo deep within. Though we're apart now, you can count on me, my friend. In the gardens of the merciful, we will reunite. Under his mercy, bathed in eternal light. Oh Allah, grant me strength to mend. I hope the angels look over you, my friend. Inshallah, we'll meet
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
At 7, the discovery of bones and skulls are dumped at an illegal dump site near Isipingo, south of Durban, is believed to be linked to the removal of remains from a private cemetery to make way for new burial space. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. The grisly discovery of bones and skulls are dumped at an illegal dump site near Isipingo, south of Durban, is believed to be linked to the removal of remains from a private cemetery to make way for new burial space. The skeletal remains are wrapped in several blankets were discovered by waste pickers yesterday morning. They alerted nearby residents, who then contacted the ward councillor and the local headman. Police have confirmed that an inquest docket has been opened and that the bones were due to undergo forensic analysis to determine whether they were human remains. A news agency reported that a source said that the suspicion was that the remains had been dug up at night from a private cemetery and dumped in the area to create additional burial space. That version of events was further explored during a television news interview where a driver hired by a private Durban cemetery said that he had been asked to dispose of what he believed was rubbish from the facility. Ward 93 Councillor Tabsile Zungu said upon receiving information about the discovery, she alerted eThekwini Municipality's Parks and Recreation Department, which manages the cemetery. eThekwini Municipality official Mlungisi Ntombela, who was also at the scene, said that there was no indication that the bodies had been removed from the public cemeteries. Staying with local news, Durban community activists and volunteers are in discussions with the Malawian authorities to urgently transport approximately 500 displaced Malawians back home. Malawian nationals have fled the Clear Estate informal settlements and temporarily settled on the playground at Sherwood Hall on Sunday, with the numbers expected to swell to approximately 1,000 by today. Yesterday, with dark clouds looming overhead and the possibility of rainfall, Durban volunteers were desperately trying to put up tents for the displaced community as an interim measure. Warren Byrne, eThekwini Municipality Ward 30 DA councillor, said that he had spoken to eThekwini officials and disaster management to assist. Byrne said that various role players from the city were involved, including the Cleansing and Solid Waste Directorate. Cassim Malani of the World Memon Organization said that his main priority was to provide meals while volunteers arrange for the tents. In more news, Gauteng may have recorded declines in several major crime categories. However, the latest crime figures show organized crime groups continue to target freight transporters and cash and transit operations across the province. Truck hijackings spiked in March, with the Kuruleni accounting for 37.1% of the recorded incidents, followed by Tshwane at 19.4% and Sedibeng at 19%. Police say that 25 of South Africa's top 30 truck hijacking hotspots are located in Gauteng. Alberton, Orange Farm, Germiston, Mamelodi East and Kempton Park emerged as the province's leading truck hijacking hotspots, all recording increases during the first quarter of this year. Meanwhile, cash and transit robberies also increased, with 15 incidents recorded during the quarter, 2 more than the same period in 2025. The provincial head of crime registrar Brigadier Mpho Chakalane said Johannesburg accounted for more than half of all cash and transit attacks recorded in the province. Patriotic Alliance Deputy Leader Kenny Kunene has labelled EFF leader Julius Malema a hypocrite following the collapse of Malema's defamation case against him. Malema's bid to sue Kunene for 1 million rands has suffered a setback after the Johannesburg High Court struck the matter from the roll. The court removed the case after Malema's legal team failed to file the necessary affidavits within the prescribed timeframes. The EFF leader instituted legal action after Kunene alleged during a podcast interview that Malema regularly spent nights at the home of the late taxi boss, Jotham Mswazi Msibi. And finally, U.S. forces carried out strikes against Iran today in what President Donald Trump said was retaliation for the downing of an American helicopter by the Islamic Republic a day earlier. Iranian media reported at least 2 series of explosions along Iran's southern coast near the Strait of Hormuz. A news outlet reported that U.S. forces had attacked several Iranian air defense systems and radar systems around the strait. Following the strikes, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi threatened to retaliate. The US strikes came just hours after Trump had said negotiations to end the Middle East war were in their final stages, a claim he has made repeatedly in the past few weeks. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 54 cents, to the euro at 19 rands and 10 cents, to the pound at 22 rands and 13 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 39 cents. Gold is trading at $4,181.09 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $92.06 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. It's your breakfast rush with the time creeping on to 6 minutes after 7 this morning. Got to let you know what's happening on the roads. And as I'd mentioned earlier, you are our eyes and ears on the roads as well. So if you see something that we should be mentioning to others, pop us a message in studio and we'll be happy to share the information with everybody. Now, you can stay alert on the road and feel your best off it. This traffic update is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast rush traffic.
So if you're on the roads this morning, you notice that the road surface is a bit wetter than normal. That's due to the overnight rain. Now, because of that and other factors, there's been a crash on the N3 westbound near the Marion Hill Toll Plaza. Emergency services are on scene and hopefully it will be cleared very, very soon. That's a crash on the N3 westbound near the Marion Hill Toll Plaza. Another incident now, pedestrian knocked down on the R102 near the Canubia Mall. You've got to be vigilant while driving through that area. Crash on the M1, the Higginson Highway, and Hans Detman. You've got emergency services on the scene trying to clear that up for you as soon as possible. Taxi and light motor vehicle accident on the M4 Southern Freeway heading northbound. This is between N2 and Himalayas Road. Services are on scene trying to clear that up for you as well. So M4 northbound in the Merebank area is where you'll see that accident. If you can find alternate routes, please do make use of them.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Now remember, from peak hour traffic to everyday wellness, Pelican Pharmacy keeps Durban moving. In this Blood Donor Month, you have the power to save lives. Just one blood donation can help patients in emergencies, surgeries and ongoing medical treatments. If you're eligible, consider becoming a blood donor and make a lasting difference in your community. It's brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, committed to supporting healthier communities through care, compassion and wellness. Give blood, give hope and help save lives this Blood Donor Month. That traffic report was brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Africa. Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al-Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al-Ansar and the Al-Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. Today, asking a difficult but important question. Is loyalty to employers, or the loyalty relationship between employer and employee, does it still exist? Has it disappeared? Is it dead? Have you ever felt that your employer genuinely cared about your well-being? Have you ever been pressured to come to work when you were sick? Do companies expect too much loyalty from employees while offering too little in return? Now, some of the responses, just 2 words from Brother Wahab, says completely gone. Completely, just 2 words. That's all it took to get his message across. Abu Bakr.
In every working relationship, there should be trust, integrity, understanding, and respect.
Now, there's no name on this one here, so I go digging, right? And still can't find a name, even if I go digging. But it says, Alhamdulillah, it still exists. It does in my industry, but sadly, that's a minimal percentage that enjoys this blessing. The greater majority suffers injustice with no loyalty. Sadly, because you are earning at the end of the month, you are made to hear 1,000 words, but you're expected to understand, to go over and beyond for the employer. Anonymous response as it may be, because there's no name on that one there. But thank you very, very much for sending through your response. I love this response. It says, hey, listen, I'm retired, so I don't know about now. Hey, so brilliant. Enjoy your retirement.
Well,
yeah,
you're hearing from other people.
Yeah, this is it. You know, we get involved in conversations with friends, with family members and all of that to see and learn about what's going on in other workplaces, not just our own, in other environments. May not be the same environment that we are spending our days and nights in, but we learn through these conversations and observations that others may be making.
Sometimes there's a plot twist.
Yeah?
Like in the workplace, compassion is given depending on who needs it.
Compassion is given depending on who needs it.
Which means I'll give it to you, but I won't give it to you.
Oh.
We both work in the same environment,
yep,
giving our best effort, but certain people get it and others don't.
Well, that's a topic of conversation for today. Do you think loyalty between employers and employees still exists, or has it disappeared? Your thoughts on WhatsApp, it's 0609041056. Now, turning our attention to international matters now, Tunisia, once celebrated as the lone democratic success story of the Arab Spring, is once again under international scrutiny. A coalition of South African civil society, human rights and Muslim organizations has launched a campaign calling for the immediate release of veteran opposition leader and former parliamentary speaker Rachid Ghannouchi, along with what they describe as all political prisoners in Tunisia. The campaign follows a Tunisian court's decision earlier this month to sentence Ghannouchi, who's 84 years old, to life imprisonment, plus an additional 30 years in what is known as the secret apparatus case. To help us understand the significance of this campaign is Mohamed Dango, former diplomat who previously served as South Africa's ambassador to Libya, Syria, and Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
For listeners who may not have followed developments in Tunisia closely, can you briefly explain what prompted this campaign and why South African organizations have chosen to get involved?
Well, basically, it's activists with a history in the past of fighting against oppression and fighting in our own society for liberation and for freedom of speech and for the political freedoms that we now enjoy, and that we undertake this particular journey to advocate for the release of the political prisoners, not only in Tunisia, but throughout Africa and other parts of the world, including Palestine. Sheikh Rashid is pivotal. Sheikh Rashid is one of the people who I had met personally. I was in Libya. He came to visit Libya after what was then called the uprisings in the Arab world. And he advised both the Libyans and the Egyptians to have an all-inclusive democratic state, that all parties should be involved, and that they should act in concert to rebuild their lands.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many people...
Hello?
Many people remember Tunisia as the birthplace of the Arab Spring and a symbol of democratic transition. What has changed since 2021?
Well, basically, there was tension in Tunisia. People wanted to resolve those tensions, and including at Nahda, had voted for this person who had come from outside of politics, that the present president, to see if he could not lead this in a different way. Very soon thereafter, he had adopted and in fact became even worse than the previous president that was deposed and had taken up refuge in Saudi Arabia. He had disbanded the parliament. He had locked up the judiciary and threatened them to do his bid. And of course, Sheikh Rashid did not suit the agenda of the imperialists. So there is a geopolitical side to this, in that what people are calling the Arab Spring was living in the region. It was, to me, it became the Arab Autumn. Libya is worse off. It's got 3 governments, 14 militias, and nobody controls the country. Egypt has become more repressive than it was under Mubarak. Syria has collapsed. And signs of an Arab Spring is not really there. But I think Sheikh Rashid, even in his writings, wrote how Islamic scholars can become democrats and use democratic principles to achieve political that are just and that serves the people. But the geopolitical situation in the world, the former colonialists never really give up. They come back in different ways.
Indeed. The campaign calls for international pressure and monitoring. What practical steps can regional bodies, the African Union or the international community take?
Well, basically, the family had decided that they were going to take the issue to the African Court of Justice. That would actually encourage the African Union to take up this matter. But also as activists, we need to advocate within our various states for them to call at the AU for the release of Rashid Al-Ghanouchi.
Now, as a final question this morning, what role, if any, should South Africa's government play in responding to developments in Tunisia?
What we have to do as activists is to advocate for the South African state and other states within Africa to take up this, to free political prisoners, whether it be in Tunisia, in Sudan, in the DRC, or anywhere else in the world.
I want to thank you for your time this morning and your insights on the topic at hand, and wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Yeah, but at one time, I think what we should discuss is not only the question of political prisoners, but the question of where the so-called Arab Spring headed to and where it is now.
I think that's a bigger conversation that would require substantially more time than we're able to afford here on a breakfast program. I love the suggestion, and we're going to push it through to the talk shows that can offer at least an hour to that very important conversation.
Thanks. Now, just one other thing.
Gee.
On the 16th of June, there will be a webinar that will feature Reverend Frank Chikani, Naim Jina, and the daughter of Sheikh Rashid Ghanouchi to bring people up to date on developments thus far. I would encourage people to join.
Indeed.
It's at 7:30.
We look forward to further information on that as well as we get through the next couple of days here on Radio Al-Ansar. Again, thank you very much for your time. Jazakallah khair and assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Former diplomat who previously served as South Africa's ambassador to Libya, Syria and Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Dango, here on your Breakfast Rush, bringing you the information that you need. What is going on in that part of the world? Tunisia, once celebrated as the lone democratic success story of the Arab Spring, once again under international scrutiny. So, as he'd mentioned, as Brother Mohammed Dangos mentioned, that online webinar are going to be taking place on the 16th. Of course, more information to come through with regard to that for those that are interested in joining the webinar. Should be announced here on your Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Hungry for something delicious? Visit the Al-Ansar Deli for freshly prepared meals, sandwiches, savories, sweet treats and refreshing drinks. Whether you're grabbing lunch, meeting friends or taking something home for family, we've got something for everyone. Fresh, convenient, affordable. The Al-Ansar Deli. Taste the difference today.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
My name is Rabia Parker. I'm from Western Cape, Cape Town. I'm Colton. I'm from Cape Town. Akira, Cape Town. My favorite radio station is Radio Al-Ansar.
We love the Breakfast Rush.
This feature on the Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Expand your reach with the Pocket Wi-Fi router, giving you 4 gigs prepaid LTE, that's the starter pack, plus 10 gigs LTE on this data bundle. Now, the router itself can connect up to 10 devices. We give you the charger, we give you the cable, also 7 gigs anytime data, and for those nights where you just can't sleep, 7 gigs of night owl as well. The device itself, super fast internet, 4G LTE. It's got an upload speed of 50 and it's got a battery life of 1500 mAh. Standard micro USB port on this one. Get it today. The Pocket Wi-Fi router, it's the E5576. That's the code on that one, for 249 Rand per month, and it includes your data. If you want something more, something better, something with the strongest connection, and you don't have fiber, well, no problem. We'll give you Vodacom prepaid home internet with our Vodacom C200 5G router. We have no installation fees on this one, no credit checks, and no contracts. We also include 100 gigs of data on a 7-day bundle. If you need a device that can give you connection to many other devices, then listen to this. You can connect up to 32 devices on this one. Costing, you're looking at 999 Rand per month. That includes your free starter pack and that 100 gigs of data we spoke of. If you want more, then we give you 400 gigs of data on this device that's valid for a 30-day period at 399 Rand. It's prepaid. It's home internet bundles so that you can reach out to everybody that you need and stay connected.
This feature on the Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City KwaMashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Asking you to share your experiences with us. Is loyalty in the workplace still alive? Or has it become a one-sided expectation? Abdullah says, unfortunately, if you're a good worker, the only time you see any loyalty is when you threaten to leave for a better paying job.
Okay, interesting. Hydra says, well, it should exist because loyalty is like respect to each other. So to me, I believe it should be on both sides. But in the times we live in, I guess it's about who's the boss's favorite.
Who's the boss's favorite?
Yes.
Oi.
And she uses that interesting emoji. What did you call this?
Perfect.
Okay.
Like spot on, sunshine. Yeah. Thank you very much. I want to go back to Abdullah's comment for just a second because you got me thinking for a minute, man. If you're a good worker, the only time you see any loyalty is when you threaten to leave for a better paying job. Abdullah, what happens when they call your bluff?
Yeah.
Hey? What happens? If I don't get what I want, I'm going. Hey? And they were like, okay, shut.
And that's what happens. Generally, you are told there are 10,000 other people that will want to be in this very same seat that you are privileged to have.
Listen,
It's been said.
10,000 is an underestimation.
Correct.
32 million unemployed plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10,000 would be an underestimation. Paresh, he's on TikTok. He's in Edenvale in Johannesburg. He's on TikTok and he's commenting this morning. He says, my line is. If you want loyalty, get a dog.
Good advice.
You think so?
I agree.
I'm a bit worried about him
Why?
because he's an employer, not an employee. So, Paresh, I think we need a counselling session, you and I.
I hope there's enough sesame seeds on the naan today.
Yeah, no, but this morning's complaint was that the egg yolk broke. The egg yolk broke, which is terrible for him this morning. I'm estimating that if that egg actually went all the way through, it would have been a running foul. But anyway, this one, let's see. Next message says, there's no loyalty. It's contact between employers and employee. Contact.
That's hurtful.
I'm not sure whether they left out the R.
I also think so.
There you go. Comes back with the with the word contract. It's a contract between employer and employee. I think if that relationship is treated only like a business deal, that'll be a very cold environment to be in for 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, working overtime. You're working more than 12 hours a day. A very sort of robotic environment to be in if the whole thing's just treated that way. 7:31. Let's see. Headlining news. I'm trying to find it because Thabile is not in the building. But here it is. Found it.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, SARS and the Hawks have seized 30 bricks of cocaine at the Durban harbour. The evacuation of the first of 500 Nigerian nationals from South Africa will take place today. And finally, anti-immigrant protesters in the city of Belfast in the United Kingdom have torched vehicles and buildings after a Sudanese man was arrested over a knife attack that left one person with serious injuries. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. If you're watching the clock now, 7:32 on this Wednesday morning. Inshallah, it's not raining wherever you are and temperatures are rising to keep you warm. And before you hit the brakes, here's what's happening on the roads. Traffic brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. We missed you this morning. It's good to have you back on the show now.
Yeah, I only got home at about 3 this morning.
Wow. I'm not going to ask where you went fishing and did you catch anything big. I'm just going to say let us know what's happening on the roads now.
Got lots of big fish last night.
I know. Go ahead. What's happening on the roads?
Pipe burst on South Coast Road outside Moon Hotel. Please be careful. Going towards Sadar Road, quite deep water standing on the roadway. So please be careful as you're driving through there. You can use an alternate route. That's the Southern Freeway. Or you can go through Clearwood and then come out on Sadar Road and then turn right again, go towards Europe and towards the M7 Edwin Swales. Sanya Road under the train bridge in Bel Air, also water quite deep on both directions. Obviously, this is from the rain we had last night. Stationary vehicle in the N3 southbound is coming towards Durban after Hilton Avenue, left-hand lanes obstructed. Accident on the NC northbound at the Manual Toll Plaza, so just approach with caution in that vicinity. Pedestrian accident on the R102 at Kenobia, near the Kenobia Mall. So there will be delays in that vicinity. Remember, there's also roadworks taking place on the R102. Accident in Eagleton Highway and Detman Highway. Taxi involved in this one, so there will be delays in that vicinity as well. Another accident on the M4 northbound, that's the Southern Freeway, going just as you go past Merebank. That's where the accident is. Taxi involved in this one as well. So there'll be delays and outputs and traveling time. The road is blocked on Bayhead Road, going towards the bluff. This is due to an accident outside the Shell Garage. Now, as you turn from South Coast Road onto Bayhead Road, about 200 meters down the road, that's where the accident is. So be careful, please. Risky conditions this morning in the Midland area, especially in the Moy River area and surrounding. Please reduce your speed, headlights on, so people can see you. This morning, there's going to be a march in the city center, starting at about 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock this morning, from Kyrie's Fountain all the way to Durban City Hall. Two different parties that are going to be marching here. It's going to be the MK party and March to March. So there will be delays in the city center. So if you don't need to come into the city center, stay away, please. Another accident, taxi overturn on Bluff Road. Heading towards the Bluff, left-hand lanes obstructed. Looks like this is the M7. Beria Road before Musgrave Road, another accident involving a taxi. So there will be delays in the vicinity as well. Please allow for extra traveling time. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. You take it easy, get some rest, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Walaikum salam.
Hey, healthy journey start right here. Your traffic report is powered by Pelican Pharmacy. And this blood donor month, you have the power to save lives. Just one blood donation can help patients in emergencies, surgeries, and ongoing medical treatments. If you're eligible, consider becoming a blood donor and make a lasting difference in your community. Brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, committed to supporting healthier communities through care, compassion, and wellness. Give blood, give hope, and help save lives. This Blood Donor Month, the Your Traffic Report powered by Pelican Pharmacy. So, I turn my attention and I'm looking at the screen and I'm noticing an extra sort of square on the bottom of the screen here in the studio, and then I look into that square and there's Buddy Governor, so much of Noor with his cup of coffee and everything. Buddy, I tell you what, watch the screen, buddy. We got something special for you. Check it out.
Got dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Buddy Governor, salam alaikum and welcome.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, great opening there. I love that. Good work to all the guys in the back. I know Zach is one of the main culprits, but excellent, beautiful work. Thank you.
So there you go. We start off with this morning's introduction into what we're going to be doing for almost a month, if not more. And of course, catching up with everything else that's going on in the sporting world at the moment. So, Buddy Governor, go for it. Shoot out.
Well, it's the World Cup, so feel it. It's here, 2026. For the first time, 48 teams will compete for the trophy. The matches, remember, will be spread across Canada, Mexico, and the United States. This expansion brings familiar giants and four-time qualifiers into the field, creating the largest edition in its history with more matches than ever before. 48 teams in the World Cup this year, and of course, an array of stars will be there as well. But we're going to be talking about each continent this morning. Let's go into North and South and Central America. Well, the contingent has a different feel in 2026. Remember, Canada, Mexico, and the United States all qualified automatically because they are co-hosts. For Mexico and the USA, well, there's expectations that they could actually win the Cup. Canada, though, they just have a chance to show that they are back in contention again amongst the big timers. Well, beyond the host, though, qualifying produced three key stories. Panama returning after making their debut in 2018. Haiti brings back World Cup glory since 1974. They're back again. And the smallest nation in the World Cup, Curacao, well, they're making their World Cup debut. Let's move down south in the Americas. South America. South America's 6 qualifiers bring the usual weight of World Cup history, led by the reigning champions Argentina and 5 times winners Brazil. Sides in the continents, they face a tricky round-robin format to reach the final, though, with Ecuador producing an impressive display to finish second, despite facing point deductions. Colombia, who missed out in 2022, well, they'll make their return, while a resurgent Paraguay are back for the first time since 2010. Uruguay, who won the first edition of the World Cup in 1930, well, they provide another dose of strength. Europe always provides the biggest groups of sides in the World Cup and some of the strongest contenders for the World Cup as well. France, Spain, Germany, England, all amongst the favorites, while Portugal and the Netherlands, Belgium and Croatia are proven tournament pedigree contenders as well. Well, qualifying brought some notable returns. Lovely to see Scotland and Norway both making their first-time appearances since 1998, while Bosnia-Herzegovina are back after missing the past 2 World Cups. 12 sides qualified as group winners before Bosnia-Herzegovina, the Czech Republic, Sweden, and Turkey also made it through to the finals. So those are the big boys in Europe and North and Central and South America, Nichal. Tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is the opening game in the evening, South Africa, Mexico, 9 p.m. kickoff South African time, we're going to be talking about Africa, Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, the southern contention on our side of the world. So get ready for a huge roller coaster ride this couple of days into the month of June, July, as here on Al Ansar, we'll bring you all the latest in World Cup action.
We are certainly looking forward to it. It's going to be daily, 7 days a week with brother Buddy Govender, keeping us appraised as to what's happening with the FIFA Football World Cup. Buddy, I think as a former professional footballer yourself, you would have loved to have been standing between the poles on that big international stage.
Yep, absolutely. I dream about it sometimes.
I think as boys, when we played club soccer, I mean, I did the whole under 10 all the way through to the under 18 playing club soccer. We all thought that we had a chance.
Absolutely. Well, it's even more important these days because back then, obviously, due to the laws, we didn't have much of a chance. Today, everybody has a chance. So feel it. It's here.
Feel it. It is here indeed. Buddy, thank you so much for this morning. We look forward to speaking to you tomorrow morning once again.
Inshallah. We'll take it. Salams to you, Nazmeera Cassim, TBRC. I love that photograph.
Oh, wait, before you go, you have to tell us who's in the picture here.
Well, on the left-hand side is the first Bafana captain, Kelvin Peterson. He was the first captain. Absolutely. And on the right-hand side is Keith America. Those two guys were the most formidable strike force coming out of Cape Town. They played for Cape Town Spurs. And the day that photo was taken, the 3 of us were bought by one of the biggest clubs in South Africa as well, Bria Football Club, on the same day. The 3 of us. So there you go.
So that's
lovely.
That handsome fella there in the middle is a very young brother Buddy Govender.
That's right. The young one.
70s mustache and everything.
Fitness level.
It was about 1978-9.
Talk about history. Buddy, thank you so much for this morning. We'll do it again tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Take care. Salams to you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Oh, man. So cool.
So exciting. If you are not feeling that fever,
feel it.
It's here.
It's coming.
After that, you probably want to head out and get your t-shirt.
So no. I got enough t-shirts. It's okay. It's cool. Thank you very much. Oh, boy. Listen, the World Cup football. Where will you be at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening when it all opens up? It begins with South Africa.
And it increases, internally the capital for the country, for the businesses, because there's so many firms across the board that are altering their operating hours to suit World Cup fever, putting in that new projector or that new television to create this, can I call it, this informal fan park kind of experience. So we're not there, but we're here.
And we can feel it.
Our country is there at the moment. And no matter what it is, there or not there, it's the game, it's the unity, it's the love for the sport.
And there's not going to be a vuvuzela in anybody's ear.
Not there, but
Not
we
there.
can't say the same about here.
No, definitely not here either. Well, depends where you live.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At Checkers, our Steakhouse Classic range is crafted for those who take pride in every braai. Each cut is hand-trimmed by our expert butchers, perfectly matured and vacuum-packed for tenderness that melts in your mouth. From man-sized T-bone steak, beef tomahawk and classic steak cuts, our butchery brings you over 21 Steakhouse Classic steak cuts to choose from, perfectly prepared. Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery and deli, certified by the NIHT.
At Absa Islamic Banking, we get that the first lessons about money are never just about money.
2, 3, 400.
And what do we do with it?
We save some and we give some.
That's my boy. They're about responsibility, generosity, principles, and banking that honors your values. Get an Islamic youth account for your children, plus discounted banking for your spouse with Ultimate Islamic Banking. Apply online. Your story matters. Absa. T's and C's apply. Absa is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmeera Cassim and Nichal Sarawan.
Lakho salam, lakho salam, lakho salam, lakho salam. Mustafa jaane rahmat pe lakho salam. Shamae baz mein hidayat pe lakho salam. Hum garibon ke aaka pe behad darud. Hum garibon ke aaka pe behad darud. Hum fakiron ki sarvat pe लाखों सलाम. शम्माए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम. लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम. शहरे यारे इरम ताजदारे हरम. शहरे यारे रम ताजदारे हरम. नौ बहारे शिफात पे लाखों सलाम. मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम. शम्माए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम. उसकी बातों की लज़्ज़त पे लाखों दुरूद. उसकी बातों की लज़्ज़त पे लाखों दुरूद. उसके खुतबे की हैबत पे लाखों सलाम. मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम. लाखों सलाम, लाखों सलाम. अर्श ता फर्श है जिसके ज़ेरे नगी. अर्श ता फर्श है जिसके ज़ेरे नगी. उसकी काहिर रियासत पे लाखों सलाम. मुस्तफा जाने पे लाखों सलाम मेरे चरखे नबूवत पे रोशन दरूद मेरे चरखे नबूवत पे रोशन दरूद गुले बागे रिसालत पे लाखों सलाम मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम शम्माए अस्सलाम हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम या रहमतल लिल आलमीन रहमत पे लाखों सलाम अस्सलाम
I suppose if you're an Atif Aslam fan, you rather enjoyed that recording. He's on that with Boss Men doing the work.
That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of ties in with the cold that we are experiencing currently. And if you were, I don't know, just not wanting to leave that house, leave that bed on this Wednesday, that would have helped you a little bit, inspired you to just get up and start your day.
Get moving, so to speak. 9 minutes and counting to 8. Just to close off the topic today, Amina says, Assalamu alaikum. I trust that you and your listeners are well. Fantastic program as usual. No company is loyal. You must do what's best for you. Your company is not going to be at your bedside when your body gives up and lands in hospital. Thank you, Amina, for your response today. Hasina's enjoying the nut, Nasheed.
Keeping you warm, Hasina, in Newcastle. Farooq says, Assalamu alaikum. Where's the Dagos?
Good question. Good question, Farooq. Good question. If you've got it, bring it over. We're at 207 West Road in Overport. On the sporting topic, Abdullah says, hey, sad, but South Africa is generally there for the first match.
We're hoping at least 3 this time around.
So we'll go through the group stage. We play the entire group stage of matches, yeah. So definitely more than one, inshallah. Definitely more than one. If they all manage to keep their visas, that is. That's our story for another whole day. But that's it for TBR for this Wednesday morning. We'll do this again with you, inshallah, tomorrow morning. As we edge closer to Friday, where you can give us your Darood count.
And set your alarms for that big game tomorrow. Your Salah times on the 23rd of Zulhijjah, 14:47, Zohar 12 midday, Asr 27 minutes past 3, Maghrib 6 minutes past 5, and Isha inshallah will be at 29 minutes past 6 tonight. Have a lovely day. Be the best version of you.
Do good. Be good. Have an amazing day.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woollerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people.